off, the New York Jets will kick to the San Francisco 49ers. 70,140 fans here at 3Com Park. Yet another sellout. Deep to receive for the 49ers are 32, Chuck Levy, and number 30, Lance Schulters. Kicking it away for the Jets is John Hall, and we're underway. A very poor kick, bouncing, but bounces into the end zone, and Levy will let it roll, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the San Francisco 49ers from their own 20. Bringing them onto the field, quarterback Steve Young. What great career numbers for number 8, and here is his offense. On the front line, Fiore, Brown, Dahlman, Kevin Gogan, and Derek Deese. His receivers starting are Rice and Stokes, Irv Smith at tight end, Garrison Hearsts, and Mark Edwards in the backfield. And everyone wondering, well, just when will this first pass to Jerry Rice come?
Well, when he got introduced today, Craig, it was an emotional moment, I think, for anybody in the stadium who follows football at all.
Screen pass out here is incomplete, intended for Garrison Hearsts. Let's quickly check out the New York Jets defense. Up front for the Jets, Jason Ferguson, Ernie Logan, and Anthony Pleasant. The linebacking crew of Mo Lewis, Pepper Johnson, and James Farrier. They, of course, are missing Marvin Jones, who is gone for the season. And in the secondary, keep an eye on free safety Kevin Williams. He is a rookie. Don't think the 49ers don't know that. And down on the field now at about the 27-28 yard line is number 65 for the 49ers, left tackle Ray Brown, and there is a timeout on the field. So we're just underway here in the fourth quarter. There's a timeout, and we'll be right back to 3Com Park in just a moment. So Ray Brown got his cleats caught in the dirt. Tim Henshaw in at the left tackle spot. Jerry Rice at the bottom of the screen. Pump fake, pass to Rice, overthrown, incomplete. We were talking yesterday with Steve Young, said, how quickly are you going to want to get the ball to Jerry Rice? And he said, pretty quick.
Yeah, Steve Young, they thought no matter what, San Francisco 49ers, no matter what they do, they're going to come out and throw the football. Jerry Rice is always going to be a primary target of a lot of those throws. Steve Mariucci, he knows he's open. The chance is there to get that throw and catch the Jerry Rice over with. We'll have to wait another play.
It's been Steve Mariucci's decision to keep Jerry Rice out of the preseason action. This is Rice's first appearance since the regular season finale. Young, plenty of time, gonna run. 25, first down to about the 33-yard line. 13-yard pickup. Ray Mickens comes up from the secondary to make the stop.
Well, this is the thing you always worry about when you play the San Francisco 49ers and Steve Young. Couple things. You want to get pressure on the quarterback because you know if you don't get back there and make him hurry throws, he's going to pick you apart. Then, so you sell out up front, and what happens? Well, you get out of your passing lanes. He runs through, picks up the big yardage for the first down.
Rice split wide to the top of the screen. This is a running play. Garrison Hearsts, hole up the middle, across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Kevin Williams, the rookie free safety, comes up to make the stop.
Well, there's one thing Bill Parcells told us yesterday about this football game. Look to the left side. Tim Henshaw just comes in the game. Dave Fiore, good cutback run by Garrison Hearsts. But he says if this team runs the ball on us tomorrow, if they run the ball successfully, we have no chance at winning this football game.
Rice now to the near side of the field. 2nd and 1. Young will throw it. Over the middle, intercepted by Williams. Midfield, the 40. And out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
So far, Steve Young has thrown the ball 3 times today. All 3 times he's thrown the ball high. It's getting away from him. There could be a couple reasons. One, it looks like he's not quite following through with it. Take a look at him here. He kind of slides under the ball. Look down the middle. Looking for Irv Smith across. Gets under. The ball sails high. And Kevin Williams playing free safety, just watching the quarterback. You won't get an easier interception in your first game in the National Football League, Kevin.
So now, Glenn Foley and the New York Jets with great field position. The 27-yard line, first down. Brady is in motion. Foley, quick look, incomplete. Keyshawn Johnson to about the 15-yard line. 12-yard pickup and a first down. There's Glenn Foley's preseason numbers. Just over 50% completion rate, and here is the offense. The line, Jumbo Elliott and Jason Fabini, the rookie, at the tackles. The receivers, Crabette, Keyshawn Johnson, Gerald Sowell, and Curtis Martin, the free agent acquisition in the backfield. Martin with the football. About a 3-yard pickup to the 12. Here's the San Francisco defense on the field. Bryant Young heads a pretty stellar defensive line. The linebackers, Lee Woodall, Winfred Tubbs, and Ken Norton Jr. In the secondary, Marquez Pope missing at the corner. Darnell Walker starts in his place. 2nd and 7. Foley will throw. Over the middle. Incomplete. In and out of the hands of Wayne Corbett.
That was almost a great catch by Wayne Corbett. The ball is thrown to him as soon as he comes out of the break. He gets those hands down there, gets them both on it, holds onto it, but as he goes to the ground, he drops the pass. Good read by Glenn Foley, picking out the open spot in the defense. Watch Wayne Corbett. Has it on his fingertips, just can't quite bring it in.
3 wide receivers for the Jets on 3rd and 7. Foley with time over the middle, crossing pattern. It is complete to Keyshawn Johnson. Antonio Langham on the tackle. That'll leave about 4th and 1. '49er defense, as you see, last season just 3 points on opening drives. That ranked tops in the National Football League. And 4th and 1 now, and the field goal unit comes onto the field for Bill Parcells.
Well, I guess he didn't feel like gambling this early in the season. Let's get a quarter under us before we take that first big chance. But it's a true 1 yard. I think if it was inside a half a yard, something like that, he would have gone for it.
John Hall from 19 yards out, and it's good. So the Jets capitalize on the interception by the rookie Kevin Williams. 24-yard field goal by John Hall, and the Jets with a 3-0 lead on the 49ers. Back to San Francisco, John Hall's 24-yard field goal has the Jets on top by a 3-0 score, and he kicks away to the 49ers. Chuck Levy from his own 8. And is brought down at the 15-yard line on a terrific tackle by number 32, Leon Johnson. Let's go down to our man on the sidelines, Armin Katayan. Armin.
Hey, Greg, you know, they're talking about the anticipation building for Jerry Rice. He did something he rarely does. He came out on the field about 9:30 this morning, began to work out, to get loose, to work on his routes, to get through them. He told me yesterday, I just want to get loose, and then I'm going to let it go. He's going to go today without a brace. He wore it last time he got hurt. There's some people within this organization who feel it contributed to the injury. And I'll tell you something else. You can really feel the excitement down here in the anticipation. Back to you.
All right, Armin. Rice flanked to the near side of the field. However, Garrison Hearsts brings it to this side and doesn't get any yardage at all before he is knocked out of bounds at about the 13. A loss of 2 on the play. Anthony Pleasant making the stop from his right defensive end position.
You know, Armin's right. Jerry Rice came out today, warmed up, then he went back inside, and he had another warm-up to get ready for the real warm-up when the team came out. So I was tired watching him, but so much anticipation. We talked to him on Friday, Greg, and you could sense it right away. He was nervous about the game, couldn't wait to make that first catch. He's really had 2 chances so far in this game. Steve Young just can't get the ball to him, but looks like he's got the speed. Rice now in motion behind Young on 2nd and 11. Young over the middle, wide open, complete is Terrell Owens, and that's enough for a 49er first down. Pickup of 18 on the play. Well, the Jets, a couple things surprised me when they were talking about this game. They want to play a lot of man-to-man coverage, but if you're going to play zone against the San Francisco 49ers, this passing attack is built for this. Look at the linebackers dropping back. Look at the hole inside to throw the football to. Terrell Owens wide open. If you play a lot of zone against the 49ers, Steve Young will pick you apart. First down from the 32, Hurst. And not much running room in the middle. Pepper Johnson leading the charge, the veteran linebacker from his middle linebacking spot. You know, the 49ers running the football. I mean, I think for them to be successful running the football, they got to sneak up on you. You know, they just can't line up and say, here, we're going to run it and run it in there for 4 or 5. You got to get the defense thinking pass, thinking other things, and then all of a sudden, boom, here goes Garrison Hearsts. He runs up in there and gets 5 or 6 while the defense is still thinking pass. 2nd and 9. That's Rice in motion.
Young goes the other way, though, and the pass is complete to number 83, J.J. Stokes. Pickup of about 4. And Aaron Glenn coming up from the cornerback position to make the stop. Aaron Glenn's an interesting story today.
Yeah, he is. You know, getting his first chance to cover Jerry Rice. Pretty excited about it. And, you know, I got to tell you how it came about. Back in April, he was on vacation in the Bahamas. Coming back from vacation, feeling good. He's on the plane, picks up a sports page. He sees the schedule for the season. Jets starting out against the 49ers. He goes, oh, man, Jerry Rice.
Began to prepare back in April. 3rd and 5. Rice in motion again. Young, plenty of time, over the middle, and incomplete. And a nice play by Victor Green to knock the pass down. It'll be 4th down.
Again, Jerry Rice in motion, moving around, coming down the field. The middle of the field is wide open. Victor Green, a safety, covering him. If he throws the ball in front, it's going to be a completion. Just a little bit behind, and Victor Green dives and breaks it up.
Leon Johnson back to receive for the Jets. The kick from Eddie Howard. Howard, low kick. This will be returned from the 22. Just across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And that's where the Jets will put it in play. 42-yard kick, 9-yard return. Jets with a 3-0 lead. We're back to San Francisco right after the courtesy of the Goodyear Blimp Eagle, based in Carson, California. Goodyear recently increased its blimp fleet to 6, adding 2 airships in Europe and 1 in South America. 3-0 Jets as Glenn Foley brings his team to the line. What's he looking for, Phil?
Well, he better be looking for some blitzes, because I know the 49ers, he's making his first start, the start of the season. They want to be aggressive. They're going to come after him.
Here they come off the corner, but it's a running play up the middle and wide open, and breaking through is Curtis Martin across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Tim McDonald and Lee Woodall with the tackle after about a 16-yard gain.
Well, that's what happens. The 49ers are playing pass, so it's a guessing game. Merton Hanks coming up on the blitz. Curtis Martin's going to go on this side. There are no defenders over here. If he doesn't slip on the turf, it could be a touchdown. They were guessing pass. They want to get after Glenn Foley, put some pressure on a young quarterback, hope he makes a mistake.
First down from the 47. Foley, time to throw over here on the side, intended for Corbett, but that's out of bounds. Corbett looking the other way. You had said, Phil, that what the 49ers would do would be play a safe series on defense the first time around.
John Marshall, the defensive coordinator for the 49ers, he's one of these guys. Let me go out, let us get our feet wet just for a second, settle down that first series, and then we're going to give it to you. We're going to give you our game plan. All preseason, they were very aggressive in preseason, so the regular season starts. It only makes sense that they're going to be more aggressive and blitz more once it gets going.
Foley, far side, in and out of the hands of Dedrick Ward, the 3rd wide receiver into the lineup for the Jets, so it'll be 3rd and 10. But then again, that first series, too, 49er defense starting from their own 27.
Well, that would make me be a little cautious, you know, when you get backed up there at the beginning of the game because of an interception.
Third down from the 47. Keith Byers into the backfield now for the Jets. Foley to throw, under pressure, out here to Byers, midfield, down to about the 46-yard line. That will not be enough for a first down. Ken Norton Jr. with the tackle, a pickup of 7, and the Jets will kick it away.
A lot of contact down the field that time. The 49er defensive backs against the Jet wide receivers. Something I expect this year from the officials is more pass interference calls when you hit those receivers past 5 yards, and he got away with it that time.
R.W. McQuarter is one of the exciting rookies. Back to receive, loses the ball, picks it up again at his 12, and is buried just across the 15 at about the 16-yard line. So the rookie out of Oklahoma State has the 49ers set to go deep in their own territory. There's an eye here in San Francisco. Welcome back, everyone. First down, 49ers. Young, back, under pressure, going to run, gets it away now, and it is complete on the far side of the field to number 83, J.J. Stokes. A 15-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, you know, you're a coach, and you draw up a defense, and the 49ers have no chance of picking it up. Look to Steve Young's right. Here comes Jerome Henderson. Nobody touches him. Free shot at the quarterback. Misses him. Steve Young escapes, makes the completion. Watch Jerome Henderson. The offensive line a little too late seeing it. Good job by Young using his mobility.
Give to Hurst. Hearsts tries the right side, runs into nothing but traffic there, and virtually no pickup on the play. It'll be second down. Incidentally, Ray Brown, hurt on the very first offensive play of the game, is back in at left tackle for the 49ers. There's Ray, 6'5", 315 in his 13th year out of Arkansas State.
You know, you talk about the Jets. We saw that blitz. Bill Parcells says the most important spot on the field today is a little circle 5 yards behind the center for the 49ers. That's where Steve Young is going to be. We've got to get there and force him into some turnovers.
Inside, Jerry Rice, 45, close to midfield, and that'll be a first down for the 49ers, a 17-yard pickup.
Well, it took a little longer than I expected, but Jerry Rice in the slot. This is where he's going to catch a lot of passes. Aaron Glenn is on him. Good fake. Sails it outside. Goes inside. Nobody there to pick him up.
First down for the 48, and now Hearsts with some running room down to about the 46-yard line.
And Greg, not only does he get that catch out of the way, 3 defenders grab him. They pull him down. They hit him. So that's got to make him feel good. We even said it earlier. Everybody in the stands is like, okay, that's over. Now let's enjoy the game. And I said earlier, I could swear that Steve Mariucci, when he was introduced on the sidelines, tears were in his eyes because everybody's so excited about seeing Jerry Rice back on the football field.
Double tight end setup. Young fakes the run, comes rolling out. Wide open in the middle is Smith. Across the 30 to about the 28, maybe the 27-yard line. Another 49er first down on a pickup of 17.
The little things, Steve Young just stopping, pulling up, having that ability enables Irv Smith to go down the field. He's coming across. He's not open. Steve Young gives him that extra second. He stops, goes back towards the middle. Nobody there. Steve Young buying that extra time, lets Irv Smith get open for the completion.
Irv Smith gets the start at tight end today for the injured Greg Clark, who is out with a stress fracture of the right foot. First down, 49ers at the Jets' 28-yard line. Rice in motion. Pump fake, pass, wide open, complete to Owens. Inside the 10, down to about the 5-yard line. A 23-yard pickup for the 49ers.
Well, when the New York Jets, we said when they play zone, there's some open spots on the sideline. Terrell Owens down the left sideline. Steve Young had this play wide open earlier. He missed it. In between the corner, Aaron Glenn, the safety, Kevin Williams too late getting over there. And then when you have a receiver that tall, it's a big target. Hard to miss it if you're a quarterback.
Rice to the sidelines now. Stokes and Owens the wide receiver. Young fakes. Trying to buy time and throws it away.
Now, you know you got time as a quarterback. When you make that fake and you roll out and you don't have anybody open, then you start pointing that finger. Hey, you move here, and he's trying to direct people. But the Jets really disciplined that time. Everybody stayed where they were supposed to. They didn't react to something. Stayed there because they knew Steve Young could move around. Nobody gets open.
Second and goal from the 5. Hearsts up the middle, touchdown.
Good job by the center. Chris Dahlman, Ray Brown, the left guard. Garrison Hearsts runs up in there. Barely gets touched from the 5-yard line on second down. You're the New York Jet defense. You cannot let the San Francisco 49ers run it up in the middle for a touchdown.
Wade Ritchie's extra point attempt is perfect. Garrison Hearsts 5 yards right up the middle, and the 49ers take a 7-3 lead, 3:31 to play. First quarter.
I think the Jets might have been thinking they were going to pass the ball in that situation.
One setback now and 4 wide receivers for the Jets. First down from their own 17. Movement on the offensive line and flags fly. This might have been the rookie Jason Fabini, the right tackle.
Ball start, 69 offense.
That's exactly who it was.
Still first down.
Well, the New York Jets that time had a 4 wide receiver look. What they do is they take some of the people like Kyle Brady, the tight end, and split him wide as a wide receiver, trying to spread out the 49er defense and let their good receivers, Keyshawn Johnson and Wayne Corbett on the inside, have more of the field to work with.
So now it's a 1st and 15 as the line of scrimmage is backed up to the 12. Foley outside, incomplete, and almost picked off by Lee Woodall, and another penalty marker down.
I see Kevin Mawa, the center for the New York Jets, voicing his displeasure.
Holding penalty against the Jets.
Watch. Of course, he's going up against Bryant Young, so that is not an easy
Holding.
job.
68 offense. That's half the distance to the goal, still first down.
That's the center, Kevin Mawai.
Kevin Mawa, number 68. See him right here against Bryant Young, number 97.
Nice tackle, Kevin.
Well, he gets that hand on the back, and as soon as the official sees that hand get outside the shoulders, they are going to call holding.
1st and 21. Penalize half the distance to the goal. Draw play up the middle.
Now the number 1 goal of the offense right here, right now, don't make a turnover. The crowd's getting a little frenzied. The defenses, hey, they feel good. They're ahead of the game. Don't make a mistake.
Curtis Martin gets 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 18. Again, Martin, the lone back behind Foley. Corbett in motion. And the give is to Martin, who finds no running room whatsoever.
Boy, Bryant Young, Roy Barker, the 49er defensive line, the penetration, Junior Bryant, number 90, coming in there. Look at Curtis Martin, trying to get outside, nowhere to go. The cutback lanes, look at the defenders, waiting for him to cut back. That is the thing they're concerned about, the 49er defense. Don't let Curtis start left, turn it back to the right and get a big gain on you.
Foley from the shotgun on 3rd and 19. Near side, complete to Ward. That is just around 1st down yardage. We'll see.
Oh, good spot. Or I should say a generous spot. What do you mean a good spot? A generous spot.
That's a 1st down for the Jets. They needed 19. They got 19.
Well, it's a good call by the New York Jets. They roll the pocket out. What that does, it gives the quarterback extra time, fools the defense a little, and lets the receivers get down the field deeper. Perfect throw by Glenn Foley. Sometimes that's the kind of route you'd like to throw as a quarterback. You really only had 1 receiver to look at. Is he open? If he's not, throw it away.
1st down from the 27. Give to Martin. Martin nowhere to go. Buried in the backfield. Lee Woodall leading the charge.
I don't know what it is. I probably played, well, it seems like I played a lot of games out here. And we had some really good running attacks in New York. But for some reason, out here in this park, it's almost impossible to run the ball on this 49er defense. They seem to always win the battle at the line of scrimmage. They get in your backfield. You just can't make clear blocks. The running back just never has a clean lane to get up in there and get those positive yards.
2nd and 10. Foley, quick pass, near side, Keyshawn Johnson. Johnson dodges 1 man out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. Tim McDonald pushing him out of bounds. Pickup of 11 on the play. And that's enough for a 1st down. Want to remind you, coming up at halftime, the NFL Today on CBS, Jim Nantz, Marcus Allen, Brent Jones, George Seifert will have scores and highlights from all the day's action, all coming up on the NASDAQ halftime report. Should we tell Brent Jones that all weekend long nobody has asked about him here in San Francisco?
Yeah, they really miss him a lot.
1st down from the 38. Foley almost slips, goes deep, far side, incomplete. Pass is intended for Ward.
Boy, good job by Glenn Foley. Loses his balance. Good protection by the offensive line. And then he throws the football outside, high and to the outside, where his receiver is the only person that has a chance to catch it. And it was a catchable ball. Perfect spot, high and to the outside. Dedrick Ward just cannot get his hands on it to make the catch.
That's Ward working on Darnell Walker, who is starting at the corner today in place of Marquez Pope, who is out with a bad back. Foley, 5 of 9 for 56 yards. He'll throw it again. Gets time. Man out of the backfield is Martin. Martin dragged down at about the 44-yard line by Lee Woodall. A pickup of 7 on the play. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The Jets with a field goal. And Gogan looking on as we start the second quarter. The Jets 3rd and 4 from their own 44. And Leon Johnson in the backfield behind Shane Foley. Glenn Foley.
Okay,
I've got
Steve.
Mariucci disease.
That's right.
Over the middle, into the air, intercepted by the Niners. Antonio Langham picks it off, and it'll be San Francisco's ball in New York Jet territory.
Well, this play, it looked bad from the snap, the throw, everything about it was bad. The New York Jets, empty backfield, 5 people split out. Glenn Foley backs out. I hate it when quarterbacks back out. It makes it hard to get in position to throw. Keyshawn Johnson, look at Tim McDonald. He reads the quarterback's eyes all the way, comes up, gets to be part of the play, gets the interception. But when a quarterback backs out, he's a right-handed thrower. When you back out, Greg, you are going to throw the ball to the left side of the field 100% of the time. And so right away, if you're a safety, you see him back out, you start looking left and wait to see where he's going to throw the football and make the break.
Because to turn right, you'd have to stop backing, set, and then throw.
That's right.
Steve Young and the Niners from the Jet 47. Young going to go deep down the left side, and he overthrows everybody. Jerry Rice downfield, the intended receiver. You know, I said Shane Foley, and I said it because because Steve Mariucci in a conference call with New York writers earlier this week referred to Glenn Foley as Shane, and then in our meeting with Steve yesterday morning he said, "Oh, you mean Shane Foley?" And we all had a laugh about it, but of course no one knew that Gumbel was going to pick right up on it on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, well, that just kind of tells you Glenn Foley hadn't made enough starts in this league, and he hadn't got a big enough reputation yet, so it kind of slipped. His name slips the mind of a few people.
2nd and 10 from the 48. Hurst, big hole up the middle, 40, 35, 30, and down to about the 28-yard line before Otis Smith corrals him. Pickup of about 18.
Now this is the way I picture the 49er running offense working. That time they split everybody out. There's only one guy in the backfield. It looks like a passing formation. The Jets spread all out on defense, and Garrison Hearsts runs inside and goes, "There's nobody here." He's trying to make a cut against somebody that's not there.
In a passing offense, Garrison Hearst 1,019 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns last season. First down, San Francisco from the Jet 29. Young looked inside, backs off, throws it to the far side and out of bounds. Meanwhile, Aaron Glenn is sticking to J.J. Stokes here on this particular play.
Well, Steve Young, he checked out all 5 receivers that time. He could not find anybody open. And Aaron Glenn, All-Pro last year, number 31, against J.J. Stokes. Everybody says, well, he's so much bigger than Aaron Glenn. He's going to take advantage of him. But check him out. Wherever he turns, Aaron Glenn runs with him. Really good job of coverage that time.
Pro Bowl season for Aaron Glenn last year. Right in the slot at the top of the screen. Young comes back this side, and it's batted down. Pass is knocked down by defensive end Rick Lyle.
Well, this is one of those screens. Steve Young sprinting left. They call this the shoot screen. You know, all the defenders chase Steve Young to the left, and they go, oh, no. He's throwing it back across the field to the right, but Rick Lyle doing a really good job. You've got a mobile quarterback. You can't chase him sometimes. You got to stay there, wait for the play to come to you. That time, he's there to break up the screen play.
The shoot screen.
Well, you know, they got a.
Is that how it's called in the huddle?
No, there's a different term for it down on the field.
3rd and 10 from the 29.
Oh, no.
Young going to go down. Stokes overthrowing. Otis Smith about a step and a half behind J.J. Stokes.
Well, and Steve Young, if you overthrow J.J. Stokes, in his words, you've really made a bad throw, because he says the margin of error goes up about 6 feet when he runs down there. Not only because how tall he is, he's got long arms, and he can just, Steve Young says, I throw balls and go, oh, no, oh, okay, he caught it.
47-yard field goal attempt by Wade Ritchie, just signed days ago by the 49ers. His problem is accuracy. This kick Looked pretty accurate, but short. So Ritchie comes up about 3 yards short. We side now, across the 40, out to around the 45-yard line. Winfred Tubbs coming out for the tackle.
Well, Curtis Martin, this is one of the reasons why Bill Parcells went out, gave up all the money, gave up draft picks to acquire him from the New England Patriots, takes it up inside, there's nothing there, don't even hesitate. Get outside, run around the defenders, pick up 9 yards. You know, that's what you want in the National Football League now. You need running backs who can get those yards when the offensive line does no blocking, because it's hard to block the defense anymore.
This time, Gerald Sowell, the fullback, gets the call. And let's see if he got enough for the first down. If he didn't, it'll be really close, Phil. And we're going to get a measurement. There's Bill Parcells. You know, you said, and that's being usual Bill on the sidelines, you should give up all that money. You talk as if it was his.
Yeah. Well, he thinks it is. But I think he knew Curtis Martin. You know, I love when Curtis Martin, you get a chance to watch him practice, and he says, hey. And he looks at Curtis Martin, and he'll say to somebody, have you met my boy Wonder? This is the boy Wonder over here. And when you watch him run, you understand he says it in an endearing term, because Curtis Martin is a special runner in the National Football League.
That is enough for the first down, so the Jets have first down from their own 47. Foley, 6 of 11 for 63 yards with an interception now. Brady in motion, quick pass, far side is complete to Johnson, and Keyshawn is out of bounds, and that's close to another first down. I'll call it a pickup of about 9.
Kind of like the old run and shoot play where the quarterback moves the pocket a little and throws that quick pass outside, and that's what Keyshawn Johnson, I think, is really valuable for a quarterback. He makes such a big target on those short throws. It gives you a chance to throw over linemen. You can do things. He can reach out and get it, and Keyshawn Johnson is really happy this year because he's not rotating in and out of the lineups. He gets a chance to be out there almost every single play.
Keyshawn, 4 catches for 38 yards now. Foley going to give to Martin up the middle and tries second effort for the first down. Ken Norton Jr. had a hold of him. I don't think he made it. This will be third down and about 1.
Well, the 49er defense just winning the battles inside. Bryant Young, Junior Bryant, number 90, inside, just getting pushed. Ken Norton on the blitz. Nowhere to go. Curtis Martin makes a good decision when there's nothing there in these short yardage situations. Just run into your own men. Don't lose that half a yard or a yard, because it makes it difficult to pick it up on third down.
Jets bunched on 3rd and 1. Straight up the middle, Martin, and this will be close to a first down.
He's short again. I'll probably be wrong on my first call of the year.
And they are short.
Now see, if you're a coach and you are a little undecided what to do on 4th down, he looks like he's going to go for it. Just to give yourself that extra amount of time to make a decision, you can call for a measurement right here. That way you have a little chance to think of the play, what you want to do, and you got to think about what happens if you don't make it.
Keith Byers in on 4th and 1. Byers in motion, comes back to this side. The give, big hole left side, first down, Curtis Martin.
They do something almost what the 49ers did down on the goal line. They take the fullback. Watch, he goes to the right side, and they bring the running play to the left. In other words, the defense now, a lot of times you're a defensive linebacker, follow the fullback because the tailback is going to go where he is. That time the fullback goes right, he goes left. There's a little hole inside to pick up the first down.
So Bill Parcells opts to go for it on 4th and 1 and gets a first down now at the San Francisco 41. Corbett in motion. Foley, time to throw. Over the middle, wide open. Keyshawn, touchdown.
Boy, perfect touch by Glenn Foley, and throwing to the big target down the middle of the field. The play action fake, that's what does it. Antonio Langham, look, he lets him go. The safety's supposed to pick him up. He gets caught outside. Keyshawn Johnson gets behind both safeties, Merton Hanks and Tim McDonald, for the touchdown.
Merton Hanks took the outside move. Johnson broke it into the post. 41-yard touchdown, and John Hall for the extra point. And it's good. The #1 pick overall in the 1996 draft, Keyshawn Johnson, 41 yards and a touchdown, and the New York Jets grab a 10-7 lead on the 49ers. 10 minutes, 11 seconds to be played here in the first half.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Ford, maker of vehicles that are built to last. Gateway, let's talk about your Gateway. And by Rush Hour, starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker.
Back for the kickoff into the end zone, and Chuck Levy going to run it out. 15, 20, tripped up and across the 25 to about the 27-yard line, and that's where the Niners will put it in play when we come back. Leon Johnson with the tackle. John Hall with the good kickoff. 10-7 Jets. 10 minutes. This series of downs on the sidelines, but how's his day going? 3.5 hours before game time, he's out here working up to this moment. And then the action began.
Well, the action starts right away. He gets open deep. Steve Young overthrows him. Looks like he's running pretty well. Wide open over the middle. Misses him again, but finally makes a good move on Aaron Glenn. And after a long wait, gets that hit and gets it over with.
49er said it was up to him to go with the brace or not. He decided no knee brace. Young to throw over the middle, complete to J.J. Stokes. Pickup of about 4.
Well, Jerry Rice on the sideline now. They've been going with 3 wide receivers quite a bit so far this afternoon, but it looks like they're going to settle down, keep the tight end in there. Maybe get some play action passes going, which is a lot easier to do when you have 2 backs and a tight end in the lineup.
That was Steve Young's first completion after 5 incomplete passes to give us to Mark Edwards and a pickup of about 3 on the play. It's been a pretty wide open football game so far.
Well, yes, it has. I mean, we keep talking about the 49ers and their offense and all the things it can do, but can't lose sight of the Jets, and it goes back to what Steve Mariucci said about the Jets offense when he was watching it on film leading up to this game. He expected a run-oriented offense. Instead, he thought he was looking at Barnum and Bailey, all the formations and plays the Jets are running.
Rice in the slot, on the near side, blitz, throwing it out to the far side, and incomplete, intended for tight end Irv Smith, and that'll bring on a 4th down and the punting team for San Francisco.
Well, this is what you do if they spread you out on offense. This way they can't protect the quarterback. Steve Young, look at the blitzers coming from the outside. That makes him throw the ball before he is ready. He knows the blitz coming. He can't pick it up. Tries to throw it soft for his receiver to make the catch. Irv Smith can't get to it.
Eddie Howard to kick it. First-year man out of Idaho. Leon Johnson is deep for the Jets. 4 kick, line drive, bounces, and he's going to get some decent yardage on the bounce, but it's out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. 45-yard punt when all is said and done. Clock is stopped on the field. 8:43 to play, first half.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by Snickers and by Propecia. Talk to your doctor today.
Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armin Katayan at 3Com Park in San Francisco. The Jets with the football and a 3-point lead at 10-7, 8:43 to play in the first half. The Jets first down from their own 22. And Glenn Foley, who was a little excited when we first started, settled down a little bit. Screen pass near side. That is Sold out to about the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 8 on the play.
Gerald Soule is a fullback that Coach Parcells likes him a lot. Pretty good lead blocker, nimble, but what he really likes best about him, he can come out of the backfield, catch passes, and do something with it. We saw that, caught the ball, made a defender miss, and picked up some good yards.
Gerald Soule, in his second season out of Tulane, claimed on waivers from Green Bay on his second season with the Jets. Straight ahead, gets nothing. Junior Bryant tying up the ball carrier, and that was Soule again. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, Greg, you hear the term all the time, run blitz. It's 2nd and 2. Tim McDonald, Ken Norton, they know it's going to be run, or they're guessing run, so that's why the 49er defense, they have a blitz on, it works, it stops them from getting the first down.
3rd and 2. 4 wide receivers in for the Jets. Johnson, Van Dyke, Corbett, and Dedrick Ward. And the give is to Martin up the middle. Not enough running room for a first down, and it'll be 4th down. The punting unit coming on. Let's go back to New York for an update. Here's Jim Nance. Jim.
All right, Greg and Phil, watch this. Dan Marino, career touchdown pass number 386. And it goes to the Arena Football League Rookie of the Year. Oronde Gadsden shakes him off, gets in. Meanwhile, Manning, well, he just threw his first interception. And let's go back now to San Francisco.
All right, Jim. We're going to measure for a first down here, but it does appear to be short from up here.
You know, some things we were talking about the New York Jets offense, Greg.
Yeah, they get it. It appears to be so short, Phil, that it's a first down for the Jets.
0 for 1. But, you know, John Marshall, the defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers, he was talking about the Jet offense, and he says his major concern, and we almost saw it the last play, the Jets got 4 wide receivers. They do so many formations, they give you so many looks that it's hard on defense just to line up in the proper position. Look at this formation. 5 wide receivers, empty backfield on first down.
Foley, quick drop, throws, complete to Kyle Brady out to about the 40-yard line or so.
And that's what you're trying to do. They spread the defense out. They make you think, of course, it's pass. They're just trying to create more space in the secondary. That enables Kyle Brady just to go down there, hook it out, and he's wide open.
Yesterday we talked with Steve Mariucci. We said, how do you prepare for Bill Parcells? He said he's been going back and watching New England Patriots film from when Bill was coaching up there a couple years ago.
I really got a kick out of him. He was so shocked, he said, when he looked at the films, he goes, my gosh, they do everything.
2nd and 2. And a penalty marker flies. False start, Jumbo Elliott, former teammate of yours.
Yeah, big Jumbo, and he's giving the ref the official an earful.
Which is about what he'll get from Bill Parcells. Not a lot of penalties for the Jets last season, but they were beset by them in the preseason, especially in the last 2 games.
Well, don't worry about the preseason sometimes. They had a lot of lineup changes, doing a lot of different combinations. Usually when you do that, you're going to make mistakes.
2nd and 7, and a whistle blows again. And now officials are consulting at about the 31-yard line. Bernie Kukar.
Delay a game on the defense, trying to draw the offense into a false start. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
That's brand new this year. First, let's tell you one of the world's most enduring symbols, the Goodyear Blimp Eagle, has been providing these aerial pictures. For a look inside the Goodyear Blimp and how it maneuvers, try its website, www.goodyear.com.
Antonio Langham on the last play made a real quick movement on Keyshawn Johnson, trying to make him jump. You're not allowed to do that on defense this year.
2nd and 2, Foley will throw. Foley down the sideline, in and out of the hands of Curtis Martin, who came out of the backfield. Tim McDonald with the coverage.
Boy, good job by Tim McDonald. It's the same game plan for about every team that comes in here to play the 49ers every single year. You want to throw the ball, let's try to pick on Tim McDonald. It seems like we can do it. He's older, he's a big safety. That time you see him going down the sideline against Curtis Martin, right on top of him, nowhere for Glenn Foley to put the football.
And all he is a 6-time Pro Bowler. 3rd and 2. The Jets 2 for 6 on 3rd down today. Foley with time, throws, and that'll be short of a first down to his tight end Kyle Brady. Lee Woodall was all over him.
Boy, Lee Woodall really did a super job of holding Kyle Brady up. It's 3rd and 2, and what happens? Glenn Foley's looking down the field, nobody's open, so his safety guard is to throw to Kyle Brady, but Kyle Brady couldn't get off the line of scrimmage. A completion for no yards.
R.W. McQuarters back to receive the punt from Nick Gallery. Not a terrific looking kick. In fact, it goes out of bounds. That's a 33-yard kick.
Now this is something that you don't see most coaches in the league do. Nick Gallery, he's got to learn, when you make a bad look, he's checking him out. What is going? He loves to yell at those kickers. You know, a lot of people think you can't yell at the kickers. He will. One time I saw him do it, and it was really pretty aggressive how he was yelling at him. He turns around and he goes, "What, is there a rule that says I can't yell at the kicker?" No, there's not.
He never yelled at you, did he?
Just a couple times.
What the team likes about Glenn Foley is he yells at Foley. Foley yells back at him.
Yes. He gained the respect of his teammates.
First down 49ers. The give is to Hearsts. Hearsts left side across the 40. Out to about the 42-yard line. Looks like a 5-yard pickup. It'll be second down.
Now the 49ers on offense trying to settle things down. I can see why they're going to run the ball a little. The Jets are getting them a lot of looks in the secondary, blitzes, different coverages, and they're having a hard time getting in rhythm throwing the football.
Bill Parcells told us yesterday, you just have to get after Steve Young. If you give him time to throw the football, it's going to be a long day. 2nd and 5. Young down the far side, got his man, complete. Across the 35 and down to about the 32 or 33-yard line is J.J. Stokes. 24 yards.
Well, Steve Young said, when you're one-on-one in this league, you're open. J.J. Stokes against Aaron Glenn. Look, he's right there. He looks like he's covered. Perfect job of throwing the football behind the receiver. Make J.J. Stokes turn, catch the ball with both hands. Aaron Glenn cannot react fast enough to knock the pass away.
First down from the 33. The fake of the reverse. Young to the far side. Edwards wide open. Out of bounds at about the 17. That's an 18-yard pickup and another San Francisco first down.
Well, a little razzle-dazzle by the San Francisco 49ers. They fake the reverse. Everybody's looking for the reverse. They're looking for the pass down the field, but nobody picks up the running back. Mark Edwards out of the backfield. Good job of the 49ers deceiving the Jet defense.
Jerry Rice watching from the sideline. First down from the 17. Hurst tries the left side and gets a couple. Maybe even 4. Ernie Logan with the tackle for the Jets. And now Rice comes on the field and replaces Stokes.
I was starting to wonder if Jerry Rice was something wrong with him because it's been quite a few plays since he's been in there.
Young across the middle, wide open, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Irv Smith.
Well, when you get that wide open in the National Football League, you've got to make the catch. The play action fake. The soft spot again in the middle of the Jet zone. Irv Smith, he knows he's wide open, so he goes down and he tries to really secure the catch. He tried too hard. That's one of the reasons why he dropped it.
That won't be fun in the film section, will it?
Now, something they're really worried about, the 49ers, the tight end position. It's always been a good receiving position for them. This year they're worried about it.
3rd and 6. Young, incomplete, and a penalty marker flies on the near side of the field. Chad Phan, the tight end for the 49ers, was on the near side where the marker flew. And it looks like it'll go against the Jets. It does.
Holding, 24 defense. That's a 5-yard penalty and automatic first down.
Well, Ray Mickens is on the tight end, Chad Phan. Now, you're talking about a size disadvantage. That is, Ray Mickens, a small cornerback against a big tight end outside. A lot of fighting going on. He feels like he's got to push and maybe hold to stay in there. The official standing right next to him throws the flag.
4th penalty on the Jets, and this is a costly one. It gives the 49ers a first down at about the 8.5-yard line. Running play, Hurst. Hurst doesn't get a whole lot, maybe a yard. Jason Ferguson led the charge for the Jets. Clock continues to move. We come up on 2:40 to play in the first half.
You know, these are always the positions on the field where you can really tell. 2 times you can tell if you really got a good running attack. Once you get inside the 10-yard line, can you just line up and power the ball inside? late in the game when you're up and you want to run the clock out, can you do it then?
Now, we watched the 49ers work on plays inside the 10-yard line for about a half an hour.
And they look great doing it.
They look terrific.
A lot of movement.
2nd and goal. Young. Into the end zone. Touchdown. J.J. Stokes. They actually looked about that good, Phil.
We saw that play in practice on Friday. A lot of double moves by the 49er receivers once they get down inside the 10-yard line. Make the defender commit, and once he does, break out into the open. Wide open that time. Easy throw for Steve Young.
6-yard touchdown pass. Wade Ritchie to add the point. Out of a hold by Ty Detmer. Let's see what kind of moves J.J. Stokes put on.
Steve Young was telling me what they were. They got names for him. I think this was a short Dino or a little Dino. But J.J. Stokes kind of confuses the defense. He comes across, makes the move out, breaks back inside. Victor Green, number 21, overcommits, does not see the receiver, go behind him, and Steve Young puts the perfect touch on the ball to the back of the end zone.
So the 49ers reclaim the lead at 14-10 with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to play here in the first half. And once again, the penalty cost the New York Jets down deep.
Well, when you give a good offense, a system like the 49ers, you give them 3 extra plays inside the 20-yard line, well, it's usually going to result in a touchdown.
J.J. Stokes, 5 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown today. And Glenn Foley will look to bring the Jets back with 2 minutes and change.
You know, that was a thing that caught my ear the other day. Steve Young saying J.J. Stokes and Terrell Owens, they've grown up so much as player and as people. They've learned from Jerry Rice. He says now in the offseason, they're not afraid to go out there and work out with him. They can do all the things he can do, and it's really starting to show up on the football field for him.
And if there was an upside to the injury to Jerry Rice, it was the development of J.J. Stokes and Terrell Owens.
Absolutely. Now, well, what it really is, too, now the team just doesn't live and die if they don't have Jerry Rice. If he's not in there, they can still throw the football and be good at it, too.
Well, things are getting a little breezy down on the field, and Wade Ritchie having trouble keeping the ball on the tee.
Now, if I was the kick returners, the wind has picked up. It's blowing into the face of the 49ers. They're on the goal line. I don't know. Even though he has a strong leg, I don't know if he can kick it that far. I would move up at least to the 5-yard line.
Darnell Walker going to hold it for him. Aaron Glenn and Leon Johnson deep for the Jets. And this is going to come down at about the 8. Johnson. 25, 30, 40-yard line before he's brought down. Fred Beasley with the tackle, a 33-yard return by number 33 of the New York Jets. 14-10. We take a 2-minute break here in San Francisco. Welcome you back to San Francisco. Remind you, coming up at halftime, the NFL Today on CBS. Jim Nantz, Marcus Allen, Brent Jones, George Seifert with all the scores and highlights from all the day's action coming up on the NASDAQ halftime report.
You know, we should get some shot of all those signs that are in the stadium. We miss Brent. They're everywhere. Have you seen them?
I'll keep my eye open. Glenn Foley starts the Jets. 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line off the good return from Leon Johnson. Time to throw. Throws a bullet. It's complete. And down to about the 42-yard line is Dedrick Ward. Zach Bronson with the tackle. Terrific pass by Glenn Foley. 18-yard pickup.
That's one of the things Bill Parcells likes about Glenn Foley. Tight coverage. You know, he says he's got a little bit of arrogance in him, and he tries to throw it in. That time he gets rewarded with a good hard throw.
Far side complete and out of bounds is Keyshawn Johnson as his man fell down. That stops the clock with 1:30 to play in the first half. Antonio Langham on the coverage. 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 1.
You know, I was getting ready to say before the 2-minute situation for the Jets started, the one thing you don't want to do, you just want to try to run this clock out and don't give it back to the 49ers so you can keep the momentum away from them, but they've moved it down the field quick in 2 plays.
Play action. Foley, this side, Keyshawn Johnson, and he's intercepted. Penalty marker flies, on the play. Let's see if Merton Hanks and the Niners will hold on to the football. They will not. The penalty appears to be against San Francisco.
Glenn Foley really gets away with one this time. It is double coverage on the receiver to that side. He throws it anyway. It was an easy interception for Merton Hanks. He's just
Pass interference, number 43, defense at the first down.
That's Antonio Langham, the big free agent off-season signing by the Niners.
Look at Merton Hanks. He's coming over there the whole time. Keyshawn Johnson gets his hands on Antonio Langham. Hard to see the pass interference there, but you could see Merton Hanks. He had the receiver doubled the whole time. No chance for a completion.
First and goal from the 7. Curtis Martin hit and down. And a gain of no yardage. Tim McDonald and Junior Bryant with the tackle. It looked like some pretty even hand-to-hand combat down the sidelines.
Well, when I was watching the play originally, I thought Keyshawn Johnson got his right arm up there and used it to get rid of the defender, and I didn't see much that Antonio Langham did on the replay.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 7. Clock continues to run. 55 seconds to play. Martin tries the left side, and now pickup of about 1. Foley wants to know if he should call timeout or not.
No. You know, might as well run the quarter down, run all the time off the clock, so the 49ers can't do anything with it if they get a good return after the field goal if they don't get it here. So make the clock, take it away from the 49ers.
And now the Niners call timeout and stop the clock with 37 seconds to play in the first half. First timeout taken. And there is a look at Glenn Foley. For more on him, let's check in with Armin Katayan. Armin.
You know, Greg, you talk about the classic quarterbacks in the NFL, and Glenn Foley doesn't qualify at all. We asked Parcells what he likes about him. He used 2 words. I like it because he's spunky and he's tough. I guess that comes from growing up with 4 brothers. We also talked to Kevin Mawa, the offensive lineman, who said what we really like about Glenn is he's tough in the huddle. He keeps us in line. Back to you.
Question is, was Sims tough in the huddle?
No, heck no. But Glenn, you know, I like the other words. Spunky. I mean, Bill used a lot of good terms. And,
renegade.
Yeah, and you know, he's just got that arrogant. You know, he wants to compete. He wants to get out there and get things done, and he's a chance taker. You know, that's what he likes too. You got to take some chances in this league. Guys are not always going to be wide open. You got to try to force it in there every once in a while. You just got to know when to do that.
3rd and goal from the 6. Far side has a man. Touchdown, Wayne Corbett.
They used this exact same play in the preseason. The corner covering Wayne Corbett. Darnell Walker, he is off. The corner of the end zone is open. Glenn Foley, let me tell you, this is a throw that makes a quarterback nervous, because you make a bad throw, it's a 100-yard interception return, but Glenn Foley throws it outside. Wayne Corbett makes the easy catch.
John Hall on to try the extra point. And the kick is good. 33 seconds remaining to be played. A 60-yard drive and 5 plays capped by this touchdown pass, Foley to Corbett.
Well, you can see, look outside. There's a little cushion. Darnell Walker into the end zone. Wayne Corbett just does a quick out. Glenn Foley, you're the quarterback. Hey, he's happy, but he was nervous before the play. That play makes you nervous, but it's a good throw. Look at Bill. He knows. But when they come up there to the line of scrimmage, the coach knows, Glenn Foley knows, Wayne Corbett knows that we have the perfect play call right now in this situation. So now it just comes down to executing.
You know, we talked about how Parcells will yell at Foley, Foley will yell back at him. Not everybody yells back at the coach.
Well, you got to be playing well to yell back. That usually helps. You know, that's one criterion. You know, this is going to be a big lift for the Jets going in at halftime to take the ball 60 yards in 5 plays on the road right before halftime and regain the lead.
Chuck Levy is deep for the kick. Hall gets some foot into it. Levy at the goal line, ball into the end zone, and he will not run this one out as it bounces through the back line. Antonio Langham on the bench. He was victimized, and then coming over to the sideline was a little bit upset with himself.
Well, he feels like the pass interference call. Of course, it did lead to the touchdown of the New York Jets. It took away Merton Hanks' interception, but You know, he played it tough. He played the technique well. Little unfortunate, got the pass interference called against him.
We were talking about John Marshall, the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. He said it was pretty funny. One day he was running with Jerry Rice and their legs got tangled up. And John said, you're going to get you and me fired if you don't ease off of Jerry Rice a little bit. But Jerry said, no, don't worry about it. I need to get bumped a little bit.
Yeah, Jerry Rice got mad at the coach. Don't tell him that. Let him bump me around because I want to get used to it before I go into my first game.
4th wide receivers for Steve Young. Little screen, far side. Out to about the 25-yard line is Chuck Levy. And Young stops the clock with 24 seconds to play.
Boy, that was an excellent play by James Ferrier on the outside. He held up the blocker for a long time and waited for Chuck Levy to make his cut inside or outside. And then he threw the blocker to the side and made the tackle, because that time the Jet defenders, if he doesn't make the tackle, there is a good 20 or 30-yard gain in that play.
There's a lot of pressure on the New York Jet linebackers, isn't there, having lost Marvin Jones for the season?
Well, a lot of pressure because they lost a really good player, but also they're playing a good passing attack with a mobile quarterback. And that really puts the pressure on your inside defenders, meaning the linebackers or some defensive backs that play inside.
You see the numbers on Steve Young here in the first half. 2nd and 4 from the 26. Young out of the backfield is Levy. Levy heads for the sideline, gets a first down, and gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 18 seconds to play. Steve Young, you know, he had those concussions over the last several years, and the 49ers pulled in the offense a little bit. They said, you know, we're going to run the ball a little bit more. We're going to protect Steve, try not to get him hit so much. Steve is a lot more comfortable now for no other reason. Ty Detmer's on the squad.
He doesn't have to worry about it. Last year, he was just trying to play not to get hurt. That's a tough way to play for a quarterback, especially one like him who played so recklessly.
In and out of the hands of Uwezike. Ihani Uwezike wide open here on the near side of the field. And 11 seconds to play in the first half. That's the second pass that Young has had dropped on him today.
The 49ers 24 passes to 12 rushes. Not really surprised. I mean, they talk about they're going to open the offense up. They want to. 3 wide receivers. You know, they don't have that blocking tight end, the fullback like they used to, so they're going to have to rely on the pass to move the ball a lot of times.
Young has Rice. Rice spins on his man, goes for the sidelines, and gets out of bounds. Run out of bounds by number 24, Ray Mickens. 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. We saw Jerry Rice yesterday, and we said, are you going to wear the brace? And he said, it's a game time decision. And we said, whose decision is it? He said, mine.
Yeah, we've really heard a lot of conflicting reports, but even the 49er organization, I don't think they were really on him, wanting him to wear the brace, because a lot of people believe the injury he had against the Denver Broncos on Monday Night Football could have been caused by the brace. So,
last play of the first half, Young hits his man on the far side. That's Jerry Rice, and Rice out of bounds, but not before time expires here in the first half. 22-yard pickup. That's the end of the first half. Jets 17, Niners 14. Jim Nantz, Marcus Allen, Brent Jones, George Seifert getting you caught up on the NASDAQ halftime.